myself, Mr. Floyd. My name's Josh, and welcome. If you're new here, please hit the bell, and please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. There we go. For when I go live, and so welcome. I appreciate you all being here. Chloe, let's see who we got here. Millie, Chloe, Scotty, Big Dad, Trista. The whole gang's here. Awesome, guys. Shelly, Lean, good dawning. All right, so we're gonna plow through here. I have been energies. We don't say we're sick, right? You never want to tell yourself you have anything, right? Well, I have $1 million. I'll tell myself that. I have awesome friends. I'll tell myself that. I have an awesome universe. I'll tell myself that, but I will not tell myself I am sick, right? So energies have been moving through me, expelling things, releasing things. Good dawning, Victor. And this is for Victor here. It's not easy being green. Green's the color of most everything. Could be red or blue or yellow or any other kind of fellow, but it's not easy being green. Okay, there you go, Victor. From good. If you watch Victor this morning in his show, he had done a little thing on Kermit there, and that Kermit is my deal. So so thank you, Victor. And my throat held up for that, so I'm grateful. But I've been expelling a lot of stuff, and a lot of people would say, and it's kind of going around that having energies moving through, right? There we go. We don't hold on to anything. I don't have any condition. I'm not the condition or any of the sort. We're not going, words are spells, right? And we create these things in our living universe. And so I don't want to create that. So, but nonetheless, I am purging. There we go. That's a better way to put it, right? I am purging things. And so bear with me. The mute button is right there. So if I'm reaching out, think for the mute button. That's why. So we drink hot beverage here. Coffee. Usually I put cacao in my coffee, but not today. The cacao powder and the throat, not a good combination. So if you have things moving through you, right? Do not put cacao powder in your coffee on the regular because exactly. No need for sleep with such high energies. Oh, favor. There you go. Chloe with the high energies and no sleep. Favor to that. All right. So, bear with me, guys. We're going to plow through as best we can. I'm supposed to DoorDash today as well. And slowly but surely looking for evening work, not anything that would like restaurant work or something to supplement while we start moving things forward in my universe, right? Creating a solid universe, but we got to bring in some funds. So today we're going to work with the rose quartz, right? And a piece of Chloe's rose quartz right here. This came from the satchel that I got from the baggie I got from Chloe. And I keep this up front here all the time, as well as the sodalite pillar. And then wherever I'm at, the citrine. And now I've actually got this here too. This is this all came from Chloe, right? At Chloe's Crystals, this is a peach moonstone. I keep it up here for calming effect. Sometimes I'll just sit here like this. You won't even know it during shows and whatnot. And I'm just holding it. And it's, as a Cancer, it's supremely calming. So I have a chunk, and I'm not going to get it, but I have a chunk of raw moonstone too, which is gorgeous. All right, so today we're going to work with, and this may be backwards, the Master Ascensions Light Code deck as channeled by Kelly Kolodny. If you did not check out on the channel here, we did do Your Week with Archangel Raphael. If you want to check that out. And then, of course, I did a short over the weekend, and wowzers. I went to the park before I was going to go DoorDash on over the weekend, and there was a golden eagle, not a regular eagle, rare to see a golden eagle this far up here. There was a golden eagle in a tree, and we got it. So if you want to check out that short, it's basically labeled Stay Golden, like the Golden Girls, right? But there's a golden eagle at Lake McIntosh. So if you want to see that, and it lifts off from the tree. So not only do you get the symbolism of the golden eagle, right? But the tree, or the bird lifting off of the tree is a sign of movement in your universe, especially if it's a golden eagle. All right. Favorite of Kelly there. Cards there. But sometimes, printing cards, these kind of things, and finding somebody perfect is not. So they're kind of fitting. But things happen. But Kelly's cards still are amazing, and they're not cheap cards. It's just that one has a. But All right. But let's, yeah, you should see the box from Kyle Gray. It's all smudged up. I don't know what ink they're using over at Hay House, but I can't read the box anymore. I know it's the Master's Ascension deck, but it's all smudged up. All right, so, and there's no humidity here to do that. Ooh, all right, here's the deal, right? You saw this, right? I just dropped the cards open. I'm not kidding to you guys. I just dropped the cards open. I was going to cut them to that. Shuffle. We're going to stop right here and just realize what fell out. This was the facing card. The Violet Flame. I make nothing up. I do channel Saint Germain. I am part of the R line there and what have you. Probably RJ Speed and I could have a really good conversation if you get where we're going here. And we kind of look alike too. So yeah, the Violet Flame fell out of the deck. So I say nothing. I literally cut it to that to shuffle. So we're going to shuffle the deck here and shuffle the Violet Flame, which I've been utilizing tremendously as well. And Isis has come through since I've been not feeling well to offer all of you something as well. So we may get an invocation from, or a channeling from Isis as in regards to what she is offering for us today. But healing, right? Anybody who has energies moving through them, we're not going to say get sick, right? We don't say we're sick because we're not, we're source. But and it's just energy flowing through us. And again, words are spells, and I don't want to attach anything to myself. So let's cut these into thirds. 1, 2, and 3. Everything works in threes, right? Today being the 3-3 portal, we'll go over that too. What are you manifesting? 3-3, the master creator. 2-2-3-3. Some say it's 2-2. I say it's 3-3 because 33 level Mason, right? And it's the Masons that create the universe. Fahrenheit, 33. Everything else below that is freezing. So there you go. Fahrenheit was a 33 level Mason as well. But yeah, so let's take the top card for energetics and the bottom 3 here for what we want to create in our universe today, or how to create it, I should say. This is what we want to create. All right, so sacred birthing. So there you go. So are you giving a sacred birth? Remember the The Seventh Seal with the Demi Moore? And she had the last child from the guff. So sacred birth. Well, seriously though, what's coming from you that you're going to create? Hopefully you're not Demi Moore with the last child from the guff. That once they give birth, their humanity falls, right? So yeah, but if anybody remembers that movie. But sacred birth. All right, so let's see, how do we get to sacred birth? Embracing the future. So we want to embrace our future. However, that... and a lot of I don't know about you, but I can speak only for myself. My energy, the energies have been like really soliding up, and talking about embracing the futures there. It's what's once seemed impossible is seeming more and more possible. And I don't know how you're seeing your future. DNA. All right, so your nucleic acid here. So heal and evolve. So yeah, don't give your DNA to anybody. Don't let anybody send anything into you that could disrupt your DNA. Hint, hint. But nonetheless, DNA. Heal and evolve. So they're asking you to heal yourself. How do you heal? Ground, meditation, slowing down, watching truth wave energy meditation will help you heal. Hang out in this chat. This chat is amazing, right? So you can heal that way. There are lots of ways to heal. And of course, you could also take no, but I was thinking dog, right? Heal. But to heal yourself, to meditate, to find your center, right? So it's asking you to heal and then evolve. So step forward out of changing your patterns. The biggest thing that you have to do when you step out of your darkness is change the patterns in, and it's soliding yourself up and changing yourself after years of the dark night of the soul is probably just as hard, because you have to take that physical responsibility to do so as going through the dark night of the soul itself, if not harder, because you have to take the responsibility to make the changes, right? So if I want to create a universe with Mr. Floyd's universe, right? I can no longer sit in my center, in my broken divine feminine, and imagine it. I have to now get out and do so. And doing so is healing and evolving. As most of my universe, I was broken divine feminine, and I sat around and did not do anything. We saw this card before just the other day, Ladybug Magic. So we have the Ladybugs. And of course, the Ladybug is very good luck. I watch a tarot reader, Winter Wolf, very occasionally, when the universe throws her in my queue. When I see her land, generally I'll watch her. So maybe a couple times a week. But Ladybug Magic, she always has ladybugs around on her readings. And so that's always good luck. So bring in the ladybug magic, follow the signs and the synchronicities. And then finally, Toth is here with his emerald tablet. The emerald tablets of Toth, I have the book sitting, I'm not going to go grab it, but I have the book sitting on my coffee table. And by Doral, right? It's translated by Doral. And some will say that it's missing stuff, but it's still better than nothing, right? And so the emerald tablets will teach you, it's like the power of manifestation written in the tablets there. Educate yourself. So if we put this together here, it's asking you to embrace the future by giving a sacred birth, bringing something new into your universe. It's asking you then to heal and evolve yourself. However that works for you, everybody's healing is going to be different. For myself, part of my healing and evolving is doing this. This is my healing right here. To be honest, it's about bringing myself out of the hellacious box that I put myself in, and I chose it. I'm a Cancer, right? So I crab shelled real well, to say the least. And so this is me finding my source self, stepping out as source to help others. Follow the signs and synchronicities. I'm going to ask you guys to ask your guides, right? And maybe we'll do it. Here, let's do this real quick. All right, follow me. We're going to do something real quick. All right, so take a deep breath in. We're going out of order here, but we're not. So trust me, please, take a deep breath in. Breathe in, hold it for 4 seconds, and breathe out. All right. Again, follow signs and synchronicities, right? So we're going to ask our guides right now. Join me. All right, my guides, whoever you are, right? My family, my soul family. We all have guides and soul family. You do. You have guides, you have family, I have dragons that follow me around that helped clear me, because last night I was hacking like a storm, right? I was watching a Gene Hackman movie. I watched Mississippi Burning because I wanted to watch a Gene Hackman movie since he passed. And yeah, so I hacked more than Gene Hackman did through that movie. It was crazy. But yeah, so signs and synchronicities. So follow those. So we're going to ask our guides to help us to see the signs and synchronicities. A lot of us are like, well, I don't see them. I don't know what you're talking. Well, fine. Have you asked your guides? Have you asked your universe to be louder with the signs and synchronicities? A lot of us don't, and then we don't notice them, right? So let's do this real quick. Join me in a quick invocation. It's real simple. All right. Universe, family, my highest guides, right? Thank you for showing me very loudly, with absolute and easy clarity, the signs and synchronicities that I need to follow. I am grateful that I easily can see the signs, the synchronicities in my universe. Then we let it go, right? We don't try to hold it back and try to chase down that we're looking for signs and synchronicities. Some of this stuff is truly just that simple. It's literally just reaching in and asking your guides to be louder with the signs and the synchronicities. And then when they're louder, it makes it easier for you to, you're like, look, can you get louder? I'm trying to see my universe here. Thank you. I am grateful for the signs and the synchronicities that you place in my universe. And thank you that they're easy to see, right? And loud, like when you switch from maybe an Elton John song to a Motley Crue song on the radio, right? When you're on that classic rock station and it goes from or AC/DC or something. I mean, and you're listening to it and it's like playing like Goodbye Norma Jean, and it switches to like Highway to Hell or something. Loud. Exactly. Get loud. Exactly. That's what we're talking about, loud. All right. So, yeah, and if you have not read the Emerald Tablet of Thoth, I highly recommend it. You can go online. It's on YouTube. There is 8 dozen different videos of somebody reading the entire book as well. And so, but I highly recommend the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Scotty boy. But yeah, if you've ever been in the car there and then they're playing like the simplest, the quietest little classic, like maybe Landslide by not the Smashing Pumpkins version, but the Fleetwood Mac version, right? And so they're playing Landslide, and then the nice and chill song, and you're all boom, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, what the hell? What are they playing now, right? And then it's like Motley Crue comes, or somebody, right? Judas Priest, whatever it is, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, that's the total opposite there. So yeah, ask your universe to be that loud. Watch what happens, because your universe is in conjunction with you. A lot of the times, guys, we do not tell our universe our needs, right? And this, I think St. Germain's going to talk about that today, stating your needs to your universe, right? Today's the 3-3 portal as well. So are you stating to your universe that you are the master creator, right? And are you in creation with your universe? Today being the 3-3, 33 is the highest level master level Freemason, and we know the Freemasons. I'm not gonna say much here. We are on the tube of you, right? And it's not really about you, even though it's supposed to be, right? Nonetheless, so we don't really want to go Mason. We want to be Mason free, right? So exactly, but you get the idea. So 33, they built it's built the universe, right? So go build today. What do you want to build? Ground into that today. Today on the 3-3 portal. For me, all I have to do is go to my front door since my apartment is 330. So it's potentially 33, which really makes I'm going to state something again. If you can see the threads in your universe, right? I moved into this apartment out of an ending a relationship and with nothing, right? I moved in a secondary dark night of the soul and whatnot. I had no idea I'd be making YouTube or creating I thought it'd just be, I never created my universe. The universe ran me over and I just kind of picked up whatever I could from being run over, which is a lot of us, right? We don't create our universe. The universe runs us over. And then we just go, okay, I'll pick up the pieces and see what I can gain from it, right? We don't create. We're just scavengers of our universe. And in that aspect, I didn't realize how impactful moving into an apartment 3-3 would be, right? 330. You drop to 0. It doesn't really. The 0 is just the universe. So right, it's just an empty universe. So there we go. So 33 with an empty universe. That's what I was when I moved in here. I was potential, but an empty universe. And so seeing how the universe truly works, there's no coincidence that I'm in apartment 330 and I'm sitting here healing by doing my dharma, by actually creating, right? We've created a universe, guys. And so can you, coffee, be right back. Coffee, Karen, number 500. So can you see that, guys? Can you see from your universe, maybe where you're at, how you've been set up or you're being set up in the bigger picture as well? So yeah, so favor to the flow here, because before this, I was on a phone conversation. It was Newt Hackney, right? I was hacking up a storm. I was like, but it's amazing when you get into your dharma, right? When you're doing something that the universe has aligned you with, we're good. So I don't really question anything. I'm just grateful. Karma, good dawning. We love you. Do we know number 808? Number 808 is Saint Germain's. That's Saint Germain's number. That's the number of the violet flame. Yes. 23 watching. Thank you guys for being here. Seriously. Not in a million years. 33 portal, guys. Today's 3-3. What are you creating? Not in a million years did I ever think I'd create anything. I was always the victim of my universe, not the creator of my universe. Are you still in the victim mode in... Oh, number 808 subscriber. No, I do not. I don't. If I can go into my email, I might know who 808 is. YouTube is really, if most people, and it's just the way it's set by default, are like semi-private. And the fact that if you subscribe to somebody, it doesn't say who's subscribed. It's just you get another subscriber. If I get, I haven't checked my email, but if they didn't do that, then it would be in my email and I could tell you who it was. But we know Karen is number 500. And that was a while ago. So you can see, and we've been to 808 the 5 times this past week. I'm going to give you a little YouTube rundown here. And I love you, YouTube, but yeah, exactly. And I do. I love YouTube, and I love all of you on YouTube. YouTube itself is a algorithmic mess. We're going to leave it at that. I've been 808, 807, 806, 808, 807, 806, 805, 808, 807, 806, 808, 807, 807, 808, 806 for the past 2 weeks. That doesn't generally happen. You know, sub and unsub and sub and unsub and sub and unsub. Does not happen. If you look at your numbers, my numbers too, caps. There's caps on numbers, right? 119, 120, 110. It's caps. Yeah, YouTube's algorithm is fun, but so yeah, we got to get over 1,000. Then you're in a different algorithm. Pardon me. So basically, anytime YouTube plays around, yes, but grateful I'm at 808. Let's see if it sticks. It doesn't stuck yet, but maybe Saint Germain. We'll call him Saint Germain and have him lock it in because that is the Saint Germain's number is 808. Or anything with an 88 at the end, and you sandwich whatever you want in the middle, but. 818, 828, that's all Saint Germain's numbers. But yeah. So a lot of you smaller channels, a lot of you guys who are building channels, when you get to about 8 or 9, keep this in mind, and I love you all. Yeah, YouTube plays games. It's just what it is. You go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. There's channels that go right over 1,000, but most channels they play the up and down game for a while, and it's like the I think I can like the little engine that could, right. We'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, so it's just what it is. So we go up, we go down. It's going to be interesting for the next couple months. If we go by my timeline, I would be at 1,000 by June. But if we go by my YouTube's timeline, it could be May, it could be June, it could be August. Who knows? But we trust and we let go. But yeah, so the numbers get screwy from here forward, and even in my numbers in the show, when you're until you cross over 1,000, you honestly really don't know what you have in your lives. It's kind of like they consider you a hobbyist, I guess, instead of like a YouTuber. And so yeah, so I'm still in that, but they can see that I'm moving, so who knows? So I've gotten a few emails to do a few things on YouTube to add subscriptions and stuff, but you can only set up until it gets over 1,000 anyway. Um, so I will do that. I'm not going to monetize. You're not going to see commercials on here. I will not do that. I promise you, I will not monetize it for commercials. There's nothing worse than watching a live channeling to see a commercial for something. That is about that's egregious in my humble opinion, to chop somebody out of a live channeling and throw them into a commercial. Especially in this day and age. Do we even need commercials? Let's be honest. You know what's out there. You know what you want to buy. Is anybody swayed by commercials anymore? And if you are, I love you. But fortunately for myself, I haven't physically seen a commercial in probably 6 months. But that's those people see what 5,000 bits of advertisement or thousands of bits of advertisement per day, and I can see like inside of a bus maybe or something like that. Thank you, Krista. You know what's weird? I'm going to state this too. When you are in the guff, right? Or not the guff, in the flow. The guff is where souls come from. We were talking about the Demi Moore's movie. But if you're in the flow, and you are source, right? And so if you're in the flow and you have a task to do, whether you have energies moving through your throat or not, amazing how this works, right? I'm going to leave it alone. And if you can see that, I say a lot of things like that because I want you to see into it. I don't overly explain a lot of things because I want you to be able to see. I'm sitting here telling you that 20 minutes ago, about 27 minutes ago, it's 22 minutes we've been live, but about 27 minutes ago, I was hacking up a storm, right? I'm sitting here throwing in my sink, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. 22 minutes later, and I've had 3 coughs. So when you're in I say nothing, but otherwise, right. So when you're in your flow, your let your universe take care of you. That's the thing. But so yeah, today's the 3-3 portal. Are you guys grounding into your universe? Are you creating? For myself, we have goals. We don't state. If you have goals, 3-3 goals, don't state those out loud. And the reason why is like this channel could easily be being watched by a few karmic people in Josh's life. They may be loving, or at least attempt, but they don't know that they're karmic, but that's okay. Karmic people generally don't know they're karmic. Did you realize that? People in your universe who are karmic to you don't realize it, but they're there as that karmic mirror for you so that you can frame up. So, but I do have a couple possibly watching in the background. So I would not ever want to give out what I'm going to be doing, like my future plans, per se, other than wanting the channel on stage, which is an obvious. But other than that, because you don't want to let people behind you, people ruin that, right? Some people can get together and start throwing energies at that, against that, and what have you. And so nobody wants that. So if you have plans, if there's something you're trying to create in your universe, yeah, absolutely. If you have a confidant, a best friend that you can really, somebody that you trust, that's one thing. But do not give that information to the public, and do not like on your YouTube channel. No, unless it's already set up, then it's a different deal. But I'm not here to give the only future plans I can state right now is that one day you'll see me channeling live. But anything else, we're working behind the scenes because I want to keep my energy fresh, keeping it pushed forward and nobody's other tendrils into it, so to speak. All right. I haven't seen a commercial. SLC. Oh, thank you. Welcome. I haven't seen a commercial in years. I have more ad blockers running than apps. Never had TV. Never had. Wow. All right. So SLC has never had TV. Ads are a bit cringy. I remember when they chill out and actually act truthfully, I won't mind them. Sure. Yeah. No. Right. A lot of advertisements have subliminal stuff in them. If you really understood how look at the patent. Guys, if you ever get a chance, look at the patent for a television, or I call it a televised vision. But if you look at the patent for a TV, it's actually patented as a mind control device. I'm not kidding. It's actually a device to put you in a trance, to control frequency trance, to control your mind. And I'm not actually joking on that. So if you have nothing better to do with your time today, go to the U.S. Patent Office website, look up the patent for television. Come back and tell me what you find. I love you. All right. So yeah, let's take a breath, center in here, and we're going to work with the rose quartz. The rose quartz. That's we really want to put the tip there. The rose quartz, and we'll clear the throat chakra. Right. So if you have rose quartz healing, this is also citrine's good for healing, but rose quartz, it's good for healing money blocks too. If you have money block, get some citrine from Chloe at Chloe's Crystals. Chloe was live on Saturn Day, and if you missed Chloe on Saturday, she was amazing. Chloe is just, I love Chloe's energy. It's amazing. And I have so much fun doing the show with Chloe, and I have fun with Laura on Tuesday. Every show we do is fun. And I'm really grateful. You know what's fun about it is more than anything else, it's helping somebody else. It's about helping Chloe and helping to build her universe, because most of my universe was just about taking from others, right? Back in the day, I was not, I didn't know how to build anything, but I know how to take. But so yeah, helping others at this point is really what it's, and partnering up with Chloe there to help her sell crystals, favorite. So yeah, if you did not check out, if you didn't get a chance to check it out, or if you want to check out the replay for Chloe's Crystals, it is in the live there. Of course, check out Chloe's Crystals at Chloe's Crystals on YouTube. You can see her posts as well, her videos. And of course, you can always just email Chloe at chloejanemills82@gmail.com. If you see something on any of the videos, any of my videos with Chloe, or if you see anything that something you want, you can just email her and say, Amethyst Tower, and she will come back with pictures, or say, I can get one, and give you an approximate price. But any price that you get from Chloe will generally be better than any price you'll get from a store as well. No overhead. So there you go. So we thank you, Chloe. It was an amazing weekend, and grateful, and looking forward to the green fluorite. Got a jade bowl. And I got some field stones as a gift from Chloe from her house that she had personally tumbled. And so I'm going to put those in the jade bowl and set those in my, probably right next to, or on one of my sacred, I have two sacred spots, altars, so to speak. And I'll put those right next to one of them, or with one of them. But thank you, Chloe. I'm looking forward to that. Sorry, guys. We're moving energies here. We never say we're sick, right? Can you repeat after me? I feel amazing. We never say we're sick, because then we ground that into our bodies. Whatever we state to our bodies will replicate. We're the source, right? So our bodies are like, okay, that's what you're telling me, and it's gonna follow that. You are the energy that. If your energy goes, the body drops, right? So when you die in your energy, your grams, right? 21 grams, whatever it is for the movie, you poof, you leave, your body drops to the ground immediately, right? You're the energizer battery. So I don't want to energize the body with thoughts otherwise. So thoughts of unhealthiness. So in that aspect, things are just moving through me, but you can also frame these things, right? If you're not feeling the best, we're going to leave it at that. If you restate it as, oh, my body is clearing junk energies, right? What do you want to do? So in this case, my body is clearing garbage energies. I'm clearing out what's not necessary. I'm releasing trauma. I am releasing stuffed and stuck energies, and I'm releasing things. Ooh, pardon me, burp. See? But that I had to burp that. Sorry, guys, because it clears the phlegm. Otherwise, I would have swallowed that. But you see what I mean, right? My body is released, and it did. Favor. There you go. There's an example, living example of you and your body. What happens is, guys, at least what happened for me, is that there's a delineation, right, between my soul, who I am, right, my source self, and my physical body. So now there's actually two things going on here. Me as source, and then the body, which is carrying source, right? And so now we're in communication. As me as source, I am now in active communication with the body. All right, if we're understanding it. And so, as we just saw, as I talked about releasing stuff, what did I do? I haven't had anything to eat all day. It's an energetic burp, right? And it cleared up some of that phlegm. And So yeah, I had an energetic release, and so that's what we're talking about. If you're in connection with your body, there, you don't want to drag in any energies like, "Ooh, I'm not feeling L." I'm not going to say it right. Ealing L, you know what I'm saying, right? I don't want to state that. I'm going to state I have clearing energies moving through me, or I must have dark energies that need to be cleared moving through me, or I'm just clearing myself out to get to a higher vibrational state. Whatever you're looking for, but never say that you never want to do that to yourself because you ground that in. Words are spells, and Viviani, good dawning. I'm going to email you, Viviani, because we need to get you back on this channel, Soul Sister, and I want to combine between Viviani and Laura B. And if you understand, Viviani does Akashic reading, and she's good, and Laura does tarot reading, and between the two of them, what I'm looking, and we've convoed this before, is that Viviani do your past, Laura see how it's affecting your current, and then maybe even Saint Germain come in with the energies and do a triple whammy. That'd be like a 3-hour show, but it would be amazing. If you ever watched us with Laura B, and she's live Tuesday. Laura B will be live Tuesday with us with Akashic or with with Oracle and Tarot at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So join us. But yeah, so if you've ever seen Laura and Viviani, they're energetics. And Viviani's live on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock on her channel with the ladies with Akashic Adventures. So check that out. She's also live with John Binney. I think it's, and I forgot what days. I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, if I'm correct, with John Binney. It may be Mondays and Thursdays. As well, directly following this show at the bottom of the hour yes, so at the bottom of this hour, if she's live. It's either Monday or Tuesdays that she's live. But yeah, so yeah, if you've ever seen either of them, they go for like 2 to 3 hours. Laura B, we've gone 2.5 hours. Viviani's gone 3 hours with us. So the energetics is amazing between the ladies, and it would be a really interesting show. So we're gonna work on that. I know Viviani's taking a second class there. That's why we don't have her on Tuesday. She's doing a class on soul contracts, and we'll get into soul contracts as well. A lot of us all of us here may have in the ether soul contract gotten together and said, hey, we're going to form something on earth. That would be a soul contract, just as an example. Or your parents, you make a soul contract with your parents, right, to parent you and to be karmic or not. The soul contract isn't just to be parented. It's about, all right, I'm source. They know their source when they're up. But I'm going to make a contract to be a karmic parent. Or I'm going to make a contract to be narcissistic with you so that you learn. And then you get down here, the contract's gone. You don't remember it until you do, if you do. And then why is my mother so karmic? Why is somebody being so nasty to me in my universe? Well, they contracted for it. You agreed for them to come down and act, right? We're all playing roles, right? And so the role of your whomever, the karmic person in your universe is an actual role. It was assigned to them, right? And so, yes, crazy. All right, so what do we got here? All right, so we're going to work with the rose quartz. I'm going to do a channeling. This is a channeling show, guys. Please stick around. A lot of you guys will die. I will see the chat like now it's at 26, which blows my mind. But yeah, so a lot of you guys will dive out when I start channeling. Keep in mind, yeah, I am an open channel. And so I channel Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and Archangel Michael. But if you've ever tried to channel Archangel Michael, most people start with Saint Germain because he's the master alchemizer, right? So he can morph his energy. He's really good, and he's probably the greatest at morphing his energy, his vibration, to match your vibration, so it's an easy channel. I don't feel any discomfort. I never did. I felt fine. Channel Archangel Raphael, I feel like my heart's going to explode. He does not control his energy. There's the full force of Archangel Michael going through you. And if you are not there, there have been people who have had cardiac attacks and heart attack things, cardiac explosion, what have you, because you can't, the energy is just, it's insane. And so I've channeled Archangel Michael. I've only lasted about 5 minutes. And then I can feel it, like my heart starts, it's like, all right, I gotta slow down. I gotta stop. And he doesn't change his energy. So it's a matter of me rising. My frequency isn't high enough. That's really what it is. It's raising up that frequency high enough to absorb all that energy without blowing out my heart. And Yeah, so those who you watch who channel Archangel Michael, it's a delicate deal. And so if you watch anybody in the universe who's like, I'm channeling Archangel Michael today, favor to them. They're able to ground in that energy either by channeling it through themselves or what have you. For me, right now, it just drives right to my heart chakra, and it's like, oh, hi, Archangel Michael, stop. But otherwise, so yeah. So when you see me channel, I'm an open channel. I don't do any trance work or anything. So I'm going to bring in Saint Germain. This is kind of, and so we'll see where we go from there. But we're going to talk about the 3/3 portal as you as the master creator in your universe. Otherwise, if you're not creating your universe in somebody else's, or you are, as I was for 47 years, pretty much, except when I signed up for the army or something, I was letting the universe create my universe based on other people's universes, right? I was just like a pinball bouncing around, and I didn't have any creation of my own. I just needed a job and didn't have any, right? I didn't have any direction or anything, like a ping pong ball. So today being the 3/3 portal, what direction do you have now? More energy burps. Grateful. Yeah, the delineation of the body and the soul there. We burp, we're clearing energies, right? Or the body's agreeing. So I'm going to bring in Saint Germain, and let's see what we have here. All right. Saint Germain, we are grateful for you. We are channeling through Josh for you, to you today. And we are grateful that you are here. And of course, Archangel Raphael has his own energy and he is separate. But if you had been watching, it used to be a combo channel. Now it's just Saint Germain. So we are grateful that you are here today on the 3/3 And of course, Josh, we are grateful you are channeling me, right? Because you are not feeling so well. So we are grateful for all of that. It is moving through you, right? We are not saying that you are not. We are saying that the energies of not feeling well are moving through you, right? So there you go. You never want to say you are this or that. You can say energies are moving through. You are at the moment experiencing such an energetic. But if you are saying I am, or I have, or this is my condition, then you are creating that. The universe is going to have to back you up on that. So we don't want to back you up on not feeling well, right? So you tell your universe, this is moving through me. The energies of phlegm have been moving out of Josh. There you go, right? So we can state that, right? And we are clearing the energies of phlegm. But do realize if you are not feeling well and you are clearing those energies, what else are you taking with you? You are Star Roberts. Good dawning, Star Rob. Welcome, Star Roberts. That could be, and we are not sure, but that would be Josh's father's girlfriend, Star Roberts. So we are grateful. But so if you are not feeling well, Saint Germain, right? So if you are not feeling well, and Star, we are grateful to see you. If that is who you are, Star. Grateful to see Star in the chat. That would be Josh's father's girlfriend. So grateful. Welcome. Stepmom, sort of. But nonetheless, from your universe, so if you are not feeling well, right, then you are seeing those energies. Are you creating more not feeling well by driving into it? No, you want to state to your universe, to yourself, that you are pushing energies through you. You are experiencing at this moment the energies of phlegm, right? You are experiencing a cough, but you do not want to ground into it as this is who I am. This is what I am. You are nothing. You are sauce. You are the everything that is or the everything that isn't. You are the grand I am. And whatever you put after that. So from your universe, never ground into not feeling well. Ground into being the love that you are. Ground into seeing yourself as whole. Today being the 3/3 portal. Are you seeing yourself as the master creator of your universe? Are you seeing yourself? You are your own 33 level Mason. Are you understanding? You have to create your universe. Do not let the Freemasons create that universe for you. You are the one who has to get up off your Hillary Duff, right? And go out into your universe and create. And today being the 3/3 portal, what are you grounding into and what are you creating? Pardon, Josh. What are you creating for today? That is the grand question we want to ask you. Are you seeing into your universe and are you seeing where you can create, like Josh is doing here with Saint Germain? Or are you allowing your universe, like a ping pong ball, as we've stated there, where you are the reactionary energies to things in your universe, where you are not moving yourself forward? You are, this happens. So I'm reacting, and that is how I'm living my universe. lots of us here who are living from trauma, right? From having traumatic parents or having traumatic programming, or having like for Josh living with his mom, it was a traumatic experience. For his universe did not provide a lot of relief or a lot of. So from that end, it is now as creator. Once you realize that you are source creator and you have released the traumas, lot of the reason why you are not in the 3-3 of yourself is because you are in your trauma body. Are you understanding your dense trauma body, right? So it's like an onion, right? If you have a peel of an onion, right, and you peel it off, first you have to take off the skin, the protective layer. And most of you have a protective layer, right? You are walking in a dense, traumatic, energetic field. So we are not saying you are traumatic now, but if you are not healing, right, you are walking around in a dense, traumatic, energetic field that is not clear. So a traumatic field is not going to have flow, right? It is not going to. The universe in general spins energetically like a corkscrew, right? But from your universe, if you are not in flow, it's going to be mixed up energies. You may be going dervishing energies, going in multiple different directions because you are not in your own flow, right? You are being pulled this way by somebody, and this energy is telling you need to do this. And then you are not in your frame. So you are also clouded by all the traumas and the dramas, the mama traumas and the papa dramas, and all of the other energies that have created your universe, right? That have give you the falsehood of who you really are, that other people's traumas, right? And your generational traumas as well. Lots of you are carrying around traumas from your grandparents, their parents, and so forth that get passed through your lineage. If you are not understanding your lineage, that could be a big part of your universe as well. For Josh, for example, his grandfather had liberated Buchenwald concentration camp, the second largest concentration camp in all of World War II. He cut the bolts, cut the chain, and walked in. That generational sadness passed to his mother through the DNA. Then it passed to Josh. So he had walked around with a heavy sadness until he realized through his real eyes. Everything you see until you see it through your real eyes is false, right? The sadness that he felt was false. It was not his sadness. But he felt it as his sadness. Why? Because it was generational trauma, which blocked him from what? Being a master creator. How many of you are in that space where you are not your master creator because you are carrying trauma and drama from others, right? You are carrying that trauma from other generations that you don't even know you have. So once Josh was able to realize that, right? The emotion code, he used the emotion code from Bradley Nelson, right? The emotion code. And poof, release the trauma. Once you know what the trauma is, you can release it. Why we are telling you not to sit in your trauma, but give it to your higher self. If you know the bubble to release, that's what we've been talking about. So if you know your trauma, right, then you just release it. And then you move on your universe instead of crying it out all day. So for Josh, once he realized that he is the master creator and was able to release all that, you see what we have here. So you are the master creator of that universe. It's only blocked because you are not feeling worthy. The dramas bring your field down. It makes you small. You don't see that you are source, right? But most people don't see that they are source, but you don't see it for sure if you are stuck in the onion, right? So as you peel the layers back and you step into your highest source self, as those layers peel out and you realize you are okay. It was your mother who said you are a loser, right? You are amazing. It was your third grade teacher who said you were not, or whatever it is for you in your universe. Most of us had somebody who was karmic in our universe who was trying to smash us down, right? Keep us in a lower space, generally speaking. And a lot of us here in this video, in this chat, are dealing with like narcissistic abuse and abandonment issues and whatnot, because that is what the core trauma for Josh is, right? And so in that aspect, can you clear that? Can you see where you are the ping pong ball in other people's universes, right? And where it is your job now and the 33 portal as the master creator that you are to clear those traumas. This is what we are talking about. You clearing those traumas so that you can stand in your frame as yourself, as source to create your universe with intention. Instead of being the victim and saying, the victim and only reacting to your universe based on energetics, right? Now you are creating your universe and you are creating the energetics. You are the master of your energy by creating your universe. She got Damn, that third grade teacher, she got, yes, Josh had a, hang on, all right, I dropped out of channeling for a second. I had a third grade teacher who was really karmic. She would smack people with a ruler. It was not legal, but and yeah, she would just walk up to you, and if she didn't think you were doing something right, whap, she would smack you with a ruler. So yeah, we all had that third grade teacher. And had I actually said something at Kilgore Elementary School, had I actually said something, she probably would have been fired. But and she didn't just do it to me. She would just walk around the classroom with this ruler. And if you weren't looking at the book, if you looked out the window, I mean, you couldn't just be a child in that class. It was like if you weren't like head forward and arms on desk, whack. I digress. But yes, Scotty, spot on. Third grade teacher, exactly. All right. But yeah, so from Saint Germain back again, we just dropped out of channeling so Josh could explain something there. As an open channel, he can come in and out like that. It is a bit different than toning and having to break down energies. But everybody channels differently. So that is why we are not saying there's no better or worse way to channel in any aspect. Whether you are doing a toning or whether you drop right into channel or whether you are a semi-trans channeler or Josh as an open channel, there is no right or wrong way for anything on your planet. And there is no judgment on how anybody chooses or how they channel or anything else. If you watch Paul Selig, you better get ready because sometimes he says it twice, but he is an open channel too. So there you go. There are different ways for different energetics. But in your universe, today is the 3-3 portal. Step into your higher self. See yourself as the master creator and don't be the ping pong ball in your universe, right? Don't let your universe in a ping pong, but don't let your universe bounce you around, right? Don't be the energy that's being bounced around either. How many of you are familiar with the Charlie Brown energies, right? A lot of us may have had Charlie Brown energies. Woe is me, my universe sucks. I am not worthy, right? I am only worthy for Lucy to pull the football from underneath me so I can have a kick it, right? So I fly up in the air and land on my ass. Nonetheless, in your universe, you are the grand source of it. So you are all worthiness. You contain all the love of the universe. It is just a microcosm of that, right? But there is no difference between the entire love of all, the entire love of the universe, and you. Can you see that? And if you can see that, get out there, create your universe. If you are still in the traumas, release them. As you release the traumas, and this is the deal. As the traumas peel away like an onion, and you go, I am better. I am not as evil. I am not this dark energy, or I am not what my parents told me, or I am not such a loser, right? A lot of us, honestly, Josh would say, 5 years ago, Josh was a loser, right? You're not a loser now. But what we are saying is a lot of you would sit in that energies. You are the master creator. You are source. You are God on earth. And when you realize that, you have the opportunity to create anything in your universe you choose. Today's being the 3-3 portal. The only thing that would block you from creating is the fact that you do not know you are the creator of your universe. Sit down, take a moment, sit down. Let those traumas and dramas fade away as they do. And if you are still in your darkness, that's okay. We are not saying you have to create today. We were laying the foundations as well, right? Rome was not built in a day, right? So we are laying that foundation for you. If you are still in your darkness today, you may not be tomorrow. And as you release your darkness by journaling it out, seeing yourself as higher source, giving the energies, releasing those energies to yourself, your higher source self, right? When Josh found out all of the sadness that he had from this, that, and the other, he did not have to hold it, right? I know what this sadness is. I release it to my higher self so that I can be clear in myself and be clear in my frame. That is what we are talking about in releasing energies. You do not have to cry it out. Just give it away to your higher self. Let it go. Then you will see as the energies peel away, you go from this, right? You are walking with your lip, right? You are walking with your head down. You start to walk in frame. The more you find yourself with less trauma, the more you find yourself as source, the more you are going to walk standing straighter. The more your chest is going to go out, and the more you are going to feel squared away. You are going to create your universe, whether you want to or not at that point. Because you start to step into your frame, right? And as you start to spin in a more organized fashion, right? You are not being pulled this way or that way. You are not lowering your energy for this and then raising it up thinking, and you are steady energy, right? So as you start doing that, You start bringing things into your field. You are no longer clashing with other fields. You are your own energy, and it's starting to whirl up more energy. You are standing in frame, and you are seeing who you are. So you spin faster, and you start attracting things into your field. This is how torradial fields work, right? Otherwise, when you are not in your field, and you are in your mama and papa traumas, right? And you are in your grandma's dramas, then you are dervishing. Your field is not spinning. It is being grabbed, right? It is open energy. So then you have attacks, right? People will grab your energy. And people will grab your energy. And you will say, karmic people will come into your universe. And so that's why when you are framed up, you spin faster and you solid. Nobody can get into your universe. All right. Scotty was told to sit. Why do I think Scotty boy had a hyperactivity? Scotty might have been a bit hyper as a child. He was running around always making funny stuff, right? Scotty boy. We love you. All right. So, yeah, we are going to end this channeling here, but we are wanting you to see that you are the grandmaster of your universe. And as you come into frame like a ballerina, or better yet, like a spinner on ice skater, when she starts to spin or he starts to spin, the gravity, right, pulls them in and they spin faster and they spin faster and they spin faster. But what are they? They are solid in their frame. They are solid in their form. And once they know that, if you are, they throw their arms out and they dervish, they fall over. They start to kick their legs out, they fall over. But if they are solid in their frame as sorts, right, and they are solid in their energetics, they spin. And the spin can go on for a moment, and they can get faster. That is you. When you are solid in your universe, your energetic field spins faster. When you are not giving away your energetics, and it is all no tendrils, right, going out that way, or somebody, the hands in your energetic pocket, right, then you are spinning faster. And you are creating your universe as it attracts things. The faster you spin, the more that comes into your frame. We love you. St. Germain. Channel through Josh for you to you today. We are grateful that we are able to do so. We are grateful that we are keeping Josh in a healing state while we do this, right? Use new technique before hacking up a storm. You ground into your universe. You ground into what you are supposed to be doing, right? You ground into the universe you create, whether you are having energetics that are clearing you or coughing energetics or what have you moving through you. They might freeze if you are doing your stuff, right? What we are asking from you today, then, is to ground into your healed self and see who you want to be. Start realizing you are spinning energy. Spin yourself up in a faster manner. Why? How? By not releasing your energetics to others, right? By not giving away your energetics and not letting others take from you your energetics, right? And if you can do that, you are bringing yourself into frame like the spinning like the spinning ice skater, right? Who is spinning in there and they pull in and they get faster and faster, but they are creating their universe, right? So you are that spinning ice skater. As you spin up, things come into your frame. You pull them in. If you are not in your frame, then you are dervished energy and you are just giving it away. So that is 3-3. You are your master creator. Fahrenheit. Don't be frozen. Releasing transmission. Oof. All right, so there you go. You are the master creator. Today, the 3-3 portal. Don't get frozen out. Be Fahrenheit and create your own. Everybody else below you, right? You gotta love it, right? Even our temperature system in America is based off of. Yeah, we'll say nothing more. 32, and you are freezing. 33. You're cool, man. You are not frozen. I love it. All right. So what are you creating? As you get into your frame, you spin tighter. You spin more energy in a tighter manner. You're looser inside yourself, but your tortial field is tighter and it brings in more as it speeds up its spin. And that's what it's really all about. If you're not in your frame and everybody else is saying you're not even spinning, you're just energy, you're just like leeching energy, basically. But y'all turned out fine, Laura. All right. Grade 2 teacher came in fresh from school, creative and fun. All sorts of games and music. He brought his guitar and that saved me, really. There you go, Lindsay. Yeah, my 3rd grade teacher was karmic as hell. There's all lessons for everything, right? But she would come in and she did not like you. You would get whacked with a ruler. And it wasn't just me. It was like 80% of the class would get. There's like 4 people she didn't whack, but the rest of the class, if you were looking at the I don't think I ever looked out the window. Maybe once. If you turn your head out the window, I mean, she was like strict. If you weren't like heads, you could walk in that classroom and drop a plumb bob line with our heads. That's how straight she had us. Like hands on desk, plumb bob. Our heads were straight in alignment to the chalkboard. It was insane. But yeah, it probably wouldn't be. It was like 1982 or three, so it probably wouldn't be legal now. But yeah. So yeah, grateful. So let's work with the rose quartz. Rose quartz is for healing. It works with the root and sacral chakras specifically to heal. Also, if you have any ailments or things moving through you, there you go. We don't claim those ailments. But if you have energetics moving through you, then rose quartz is the stone to use. I used this last night, and not this specific, I have a bigger piece that I laid on my throat to help clear it. But yeah, the fact that we made it through this hour here is phenomenal to me, because I thought I'd have to cancel. But yeah, so let's do this here. And of course, energetics again works with your permission. Tomorrow, bring your list, guys. Tomorrow we're going to work with our goals. We're on goal number 3. First goal for me was to drink more water. I'm getting there. I'm not the best at drinking more water, but I am working at it. So I am still a goal in working. Sleeping more, definitely taken care of. Now we have the third goal, which is, I think, to journal a little bit more, or journal. And so tomorrow we'll work on that. We're going to kick down into our third goal, our little goals. We had 4 little goals. Because by June, not even by June, but by May, we want to be thoroughly into our mid goal. And by August, so we have the whole rest of the summer, year, we're going to work on our big goals, whatever they are. But by June, we're going to be May, June, in our middle goal here, and working on that for sure by May. Not even, because we only have 2 little goals left. So, all right, so let's work with the rose quartz. And again, energetics only works with your permission. And so with your permission here, the rose quartz, I hope to you stick around by saying yes, or you can nod, you can put a thumbs up in the chat, what have you. But let's work with some rose quartz here and do some clearing. And we'll end the show with a group hug. All right, and again, I don't have any music or anything of the sort. One thing I did do, which I will state helped tremendously, and I will recommend, there's some videos, Healing and Beyond. His name is Michael. He looks like Obi-Wan. If Obi-Wan, he kind of looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's an amazing guy. Michael fits. He looks like what he fits, like his channel, Healing and Beyond. He does Reiki online so it's free. If you want a direct session of Reiki, tethered, aimed directly at your energetics, contact Laura B. But if for like on the fly, it worked. At midnight last night, it was. But yeah, if this kept going, I'd contact Laura. To be honest with you, but at midnight, it seemed to help. It dried up my throat. So, but yeah, if you're on a fly there, if you need something direct, contact Laura. But on the fly, Michael at Healing and Beyond. But honestly, if you have the money, contact Laura B at letspiritguide.com, because she's going to target it directly to you. Michael's but it's on the internet. It's an open video. It's not directed directly at you. So it's always better if it's directed at you. But on the pinch, it did help. It helped to dry up my throat and whatnot. So if you do on a pinch there, check out Healing and Beyond. But for the direct to you, contact Laura. There we go. Yeah, I would have given this another day, and then I would have been like, Laura! Yeah. I saw Pink Floyd in concert. You did? Which show? Was it the Division Bell or the other tour there? Which Pink Floyd is Delicate Sound of Thunder Division Bell tour? Which one? He's amazing. All right. What we're doing is clearing the root and sacral chakras. And you may hear me cough because this is working to clear me too. We're going to work with the violet flame after this, just for a little bit more clearing, which I was doing as well yesterday. I turned on my violet flame and left it on. If money is an issue for anyone, I do exchange also, such as you giving me something you offer. I give you a reading for a reading or a healing for healing. That's beautiful, Laura. So yeah, if you have a gift of any sort, or even if you have a craft or something and you want to do an exchange with Laura, sometimes doing an energetic exchange, especially if you get something that's cool, it can be way more meaningful. Like if you exchange like a blanket for a reading, or like a with something like that, or piece of artwork, or something meaningful from somebody, something you can remember them by. It may be more meaningful than just money. That's awesome, Laura. So yeah, Laura B at letspiritguide.com. All right. So we're going to seal this off, guys, in a moment. I can definitely feel it. My throat is getting loose, meaning I want to cough to like let it go. Yeah, there's like this ball of phlegm that's like loosening up. John Binney just went live. So today is the day that, answer my question. John and Viviani are live now. And at noon, today at noon, at the top of the hour, Krista will be live as well. At Blindly Inspired should be live. All right, let's close this out, guys. We're going to seal this off. And again, if you ever do energetics and they don't seal it off, again, you are your energetic. So it's about grabbing yourself, grabbing your energy. There we go. We'll say this correctly. 33, grab your energy and create. You are the master of you. And so if you ever do energy and nobody seals it off, which we're doing now, seal it off yourself. I've actually watched somebody walk away from an energetic healing. They didn't seal it on YouTube. And it's like, I closed that portal. Thank you. So yeah. All right. I am going to sneeze. Or not. Ugh, pardon me, guys. But yeah, after doing that, things want to come out of me. And you get it. So it's energetic healing, right? All right, guys. Let's close this out with a group hug. First off, I want to say thank you all for being here. Have an amazing 3-3 portal. What are you creating today? And if you're still in your trauma drama body, then let the traumas go, or at least don't ground into them. Remember, you don't have to live. You don't have to be a ping pong ball to anybody else's universe. You're your own grand toroidal field that creates the universe that you want to see in the greater toroidal field. And if we all grab the hold of our toroidal fields instead of dervishing around, this planet would be amazing. Not that it's not amazing, but you get the idea. If we're all living in our own energetics instead of right. I saw people who saw Led Zeppelin for. Wait a minute. I'm gonna pause this for a minute. Karen Suki, you saw Led Zeppelin for $5.50. I just spent $110 for Fish, and that's a general admission seat in the bowl over at the CU. Alice Cooper. All right, so Karen, number 500, saw Alice Cooper for, and granted back then inflation, but still, concert prices have blown out inflation. $3.50. Karen. Alice Cooper for $3. What the heck? I thought it was crazy enough when I had spent $23 to go, and when I go see the Grateful Dead back in 91, 92, what have you, we would get from the ladies, right? We were on the mailing list from the Grateful Dead's mailing list. And so we would send a envelope with an index card with how many tickets we wanted and what show and a money order, right? Remember back in the day, a money order, $23.50 per ticket. And then we would get it back in the mail about 6 weeks later with embossed tickets from the Grateful Dead. They were souvenir tickets. I have them in a box somewhere. With embossed tickets from the ladies in California. The ladies, Grateful Dead had a dedicated volunteer of like 500 ladies that would show up and stuff envelopes and do tickets and whatnot, fans and whatnot. And so they would mail the tickets back to us. And so yeah, but $3.50. I thought $23.50 for the Grateful Dead was pretty awesome, but $3.50. Karen Suki, that's insane. But yeah, concerts out here. You can go to Red Rocks, and the basic ticket price for some of the shows starts at $220. That's for general admission to shows at Red Rocks. Not all of them. A lot of shows like Sound Tribe Sector 9, they keep their $75. They keep them cheaper at Red Rocks purposely, but a lot of people, if you go to Red Rocks and you want to go there for a concert, keep in mind that because it's Red Rocks, a lot of artists as well do the opposite and charge insane prices. So yeah, I've seen the crazy was like $350 starting for at Red Rocks for a show. But wow. But yeah, I'd love to go to the Gorge. The only place I haven't been is the Royal Gorge. that I'd like to see outside of Red Rocks and do a concert there at the Gorge. But otherwise, yeah. All right, guys, let's close this off here. We could sit all day, which is great because that means I am healing. Josh has an awesome Jerry Garcia on the counter. I do have a Jerry here. Well, I'm not going to bring it out. I'll bring it tomorrow because they got to walk into another room. It'll take me 2 minutes. But yeah, I'll show you my Jerry Garcia tomorrow. All right, guys, let's go ahead and close this out. Thank you all again for being here. Today's the 3-3 portal. What are you trying to create? Outside, and the only thing I'll tell you outside of what we've created here, what I will state is that one day we want to channel on stage, right? We all know that. So, yeah, like you see Bashar walking back and forth. Since I can open my eyes, I can go this way as well as this way on stage, right? That would be, but yeah. So other than that, you don't want to give out your plans. Although Chloe, it's like you don't think it's good, but then you have it and it's like, it's yummy. There you go. Apparently, all right. Pantless is around upon concert. All right. I saw Renaissance at Red Rocks. Her voice is, oh, wow. Awesome. Were you the only one under the impression it was a nude event? All right. I love walking into a chat and you see the word, it's a nude event. Are we like in a nudist colony or something? There we go. Made the mistake of going to a nude beach in the Army when I went down to, especially if people are watching here, right? I went to a nude beach when I was in the Army. I went down, was it Fort Rucker for air traffic control school. And then we went down to the Gulf Shore there and found the nude beach. And we were all like chilling out. There's like 10 of us. And I burnt the heck out of myself. But we'll leave it at that. I almost got Article 15 because I had trouble running. Yeah, you're military property. So if you damage yourself, like in a sporting event or something, you can actually get in trouble. So if you like ride a motorcycle and crash, you damage government property. You can actually go to jail or get an Article 15 for destroying yourself because you're government property. So if you break your arm and it's your fault in the Army, you could lose a rank. It's crazy. If you were doing something reckless, for sure. All right, so let's close this out, guys. Yeah, I know. All right, so we're going to close this out with a group hug, and thank you all again. So think about what you want to create today, and if you're not there, just think about what you would want to create, and just realize how you're distributing your energies. The more framed up you get, the more it comes in, and the more tight it spins, the more it attracts. The less framed out you are, your energy's out there, and you're giving it away, and you're not attracting. You're letting others use your energy, and that's how you're creating your universe. You're bouncing through other people's energies. Basically, you're not in your own frame. I went topless in Mexico. Lindsay, all right. Lindsay went to Mexico. All right, that's good because Lindsay's like in the tundra, and I'm grateful that you got out of that tundra. Every time we've seen Lindsay on video, it looks like we're going to call her Nanook of the North. It's just like, yeah, dark gray and cold favor. I'm glad you've been grateful that you got that. Yeah. All right. So here we go, guys. All right. So lean forward. Left arm up on the shoulder to your person left. Right arm up to the person on the shoulder to the right. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the chat with Krista here in about 20 minutes. All right. So we send love to each other. We send love through our left arm and we bring it around. And you may feel coming back through your right arm and through your heart chakra. So let's hold that in our heart chakras for a minute and send that love to each other through the circle. All right, we send love to everybody on planet Earth as well. So take that love that you're sending to each other and let's transmit that up to everybody on planet Earth. We see everybody on planet Earth. Come in, right? With 4 solid walls, with who's in housing insecurity. May they have housing. We see everybody on planet Earth with food insecurity, nothing in their pantries, right? And if you don't have a pantry, we see you with one. And we see you with food in your pantry. We see those with food with a fridge. And only 50% of the planet even has a fridge. We see those with a fridge, with food in their fridge. And we see those without a fridge, getting the boost up in their universe, where they get a fridge, right? Where they're living in a different universe. All right, we see those out there without clean water, with clean water. We see those out there hauling water from the lake or the river in a bucket on their head, right? We see them with a clean well right in front of their house. We see the universe clean and clear. We see Mother Gaia with no forever chemicals. We see the water crystal clear, and we see no plastics anywhere in our universe. And of course, don't use a tea bag. And we see each other. We lift each other up in the highest. We see Rick with the highest healing ever. We see Suzette and her sunny verse. We see Suzette driving away in favor that she's safe she had a car accident yesterday in favor that she's safe. Send her love and favor. And we see her mom, right? Not waking up in the middle of the night and turning off the heat. And Suzette, we see her with 4 days at minimum of respite care, free from her mom and free from any stress. We see Lindsay with secure living. We see Henny with secure living, right? Henny, we see you in a mansion. And we see Henny, of course, not having any leg troubles, getting up and running a marathon. Henny, come on out and run the Boulder with us. There you go. All right. We see all those out there building their universe. We see it building and getting together with awesomeness. We see all those out there trying to find their 33, stepping into their master creator and stepping into their living universe. And we see all those out there today giving each other joy, lifting each other up, humanity working together as one in love, in peace. We see all the soldiers of the world putting their guns down and shaking each other's hands. And we see the governments of the world putting down their differences and talking like human beings in love to each other versus karmically. All right. We send love. We hold that love up to each other. And in the highest love, we say hallelujah, and so it be. All right, guys. Thank you all for sticking around. Yeah, it's been 11. The show's got 11 and 44 seconds. There we go. All right, so that's a good time to end it. For somebody who thought he wasn't going to be able to do the show at all, when you step into this is the grand exam. This is the, here you go. Nothing else. Take this away from the show. If you are in your purpose, whether you've all seen actors had to go on stage, right? We've all seen singers who aren't feeling well, but they get out there and they give the grandest performance ever, right? I'm not saying this was the glory, but you get where we're going here. Moment I get off this, I could start hacking up a storm. But you know what happened? I did not during this show. But you know what I did right before? I was hacking up a storm. So you know what that means? When you are in your frame doing what you need to do, the universe will have your back. If you have your own back. I didn't think I was able to do the show. Honestly, I was going to almost cancel it, but favor. So think about that a second when you try to, when you got to go on stage in your universe and you're not the universe is moving energies through you. Can you stand in that frame? Can you allow your universe to help you? And can you allow your universe to frame you up and carry you? I love you all. Stay awesome because you are. Remember, everything you do helps to create your loving, living universe. And if you're still in your darkness, as you release your darkness, your cells spread out. You vibrate faster. You become a light body. You want to lose weight real fast? Drop some trauma. You could feel, you'll feel heavy. You may not lose a single pound, but if you drop a whole bunch of trauma to the universe, to your higher self, out of yourself, woo, it's like the greatest weight loss program in the world. I swear to you. I'm not kidding. But yeah, as you release all that, your cells spread out and you're in the light body, and it makes it so much easier to create your universe, guys. Because you're tight, you're framed, and it starts to spin. And that's what it's all about. All right, guys. Unless it's the hokey pokey. We won't really know until we get to pearly gates, right? So remember, if that's not what it's all about, and it is actually the hokey pokey, then oops, then we've been wrong. But otherwise, I love you all. Stay awesome because you are. And I will see you all in the next. And check out the Golden Eagle. It's you don't get to see one very often. And I got a really clear shot of it. And it takes off. You should see this wingspan. Whew. Love you guys. See you all in the next. Thank you.